So back in 2017, an article was published by an alternative news site called Neon Nettle. And in this article, it alleged that a French news site called Les Echos, sorry for the pronunciation if it's wrong, would have published an article reporting a radio interview with Macaulay Culkin in which he would have revealed horrible facts committed by the Hollywood elite on child stars. And I just want to pause and say that that's not a conspiracy theory. Like, that is actually proven in court and multiple allegations of different people. Like, this stuff actually happened. So I just want to make that very clear, right? But we're going to focus specifically on this scenario about Macaulay Culkin, blowing the whistle on a radio show. So what were the things that were alleged that were being committed?
Stop it there, and welcome to Mika Reaction Reviews, where we're reacting to things on the internet. And today we're going to be reacting to a brand new podcaster, our YouTuber here on this channel. Her name is Natalie Denise, and I think she just, she breaks down sensationalized stories on this on her channel and tries to break down and give you all the proof whether it's sort of a conspiracy or whether it's true or not. And so in today's video she's talking about Macaulay Culkin, but before that she talks about this conspiracy about this red shoe loafer club, and everyone who wears these shoes apparently are basically saying that, hey, we like diddling kids or something like that, or some sort of like Illuminati elitist sort of group. The reason why I'm not adding that to this video because she hasn't really broke that down yet, and it's really no proof or evidence that that's a thing. So the reason why she started off talking about that conspiracy, the Red Shoe Club's conspiracy, but then she talks about the reason why that was brought up is because this interview with Macaulay Culkin, who goes into details about how he basically escaped child abuse and being diddled in Hollywood and just the grotesque things that goes on in Hollywood. So I'm very invested in these type of stories. I mean, I really could have a whole fucking channel talking about it because there's so much out there, but I don't want to like black pill anybody or depress people, but it's no secret that these things go on in Hollywood. I mean, it's sad to say that sometimes people don't really tell their stories until they're older or they've been kicked out of Hollywood, and then you find the courage to come out and say, like, this happened to me. But it's like an open secret, you know what I mean? If you don't know that I'm from LA, I was an actor, like I was like an E-list actor, okay? I had a couple of small bits and I did background, but I was in that sort of environment. I knew a lot of other bigger actors, I knew models, and I've heard their stories. I've seen things with my own eyes at these Hollywood parties and stuff like that. Hollywood is disgusting. Hollywood is very degenerate. Hollywood is very selfish, self-centered. No one really cares about you. You are off on your own, and it's a very big sort of boys club, even though girls are allowed to, where it's like if you say something, you are not going to be invited back to the party, so to speak. So a lot of people just sort of keep things to themselves. You kind of learn the ropes when you're in LA, and you just learn not to get yourself in certain situations because no one's going to help you or care that if something happens to you. Like, if you really think the Me Too movement did anything whatsoever, you're wrong. Like, someone just replaced Harvey Weinstein. And the fact of the matter is, like, everybody knew about Harvey Weinstein before he got called out. Like, it was an open secret. Everyone knew about him. The same thing with Bill Cosby. There was a famous model agency that got busted some while back and sending models to basically become escorts and stuff like that when they were underage, and everybody knew about this. It was an open secret until finally someone was brave enough to blow the whistle with some evidence and receipts. So this is not like a conspiracy. This is a real thing. But anyway, I've been talking way too much. I'm going to get back into the video so we can hear about what Macaulay Culkin has alleged. All right, here we go.
So what were the things that were alleged that were being committed? Well, I tried to go back to the original article of Neon Nettle only to find it deleted by Neon Nettle themselves. And of course, I looked and I scoured the corners of the archives of the internet through multiple archive engines, and it is completely scrubbed off the internet. However, I was able to find an archived version of News Punch's aggregated version of this, which they also deleted later down the line. And these were some of the details espoused by this alleged interview. Quoted directly from News Punch's aggregation, it says, speaking on radio in France, Macaulay Culkin claims he only got out of the industry alive because he was a smart, suspicious kid, and he got too famous to be deleted, unlike some of the other kids in the industry. The explosive claims made by Culkin were reported by French media, including Les Echos, a newspaper. However, all reports were quickly deleted within an hour of appearing online. During the interview, Culkin claimed that children in the entertainment industry learn very early to recognize which of them want to do bad things to you and which of them have even darker tastes, explaining that some of the Hollywood executives wear Silence of the Lamb, Buffalo Bill type of trophies. Asked to explain what that phrase means, Culkin said they wear shoes, belts, and wallets made out of the SKIN of muchachitos, the kiddos that have been ritually deleted. Have you seen leather products made from? It has a very unusual, distinctive look. I learned at a very young age to identify it, said 37-year-old Culkin, who has been living in Paris since 2003. I was 11 the first time I saw it. I was filming Home Alone 2 in New York, Culkin said. I was ushered into a back room on set. There was a guy in there, a powerful executive suit type. You know what I mean? He tried to make me relax, gave me a can of Coke, started telling me about the nature of the industry, basically wanted me to cut my parents out. He wanted me to be my guardian, or he wanted to be my guardian rather. He said he would make me into the biggest teen star in history. He said I had it all. He said I had to get rid of my parents. I was like, dude, I'm 11. He said, you're a man now. Macaulay Culkin then explains that the man began to make his intentions clear as day. He started breathing a certain way, and my experience with nasty people kicked in. I could tell he was interested in me. He did something with his lips and told me I was very handsome. I think I managed to say thank you and started thinking about how I could get the F out of there. Macaulay Culkin said the Hollywood executive then dropped a heavy hint about where the came from that made his patent leather shoes. He asked me if I knew Heather O'Rourke. Yeah, I remember her. I grew up watching Poltergeist. I remember her in Happy Days. She was so cute. And then it just ends with, I vomited all over his shoes. So just to remind you guys, this is what was being alleged that came from this radio interview from Paris, France, right? So think about it. Like, this was Macaulay Culkin going on radio, and he said all of this verbatim, captured by Les Echos, apparently. So what I will say is that these sensational clickbait-esque type of websites alluded that because following the start of the media frenzy that it caused in France, because this was such a controversial interview, the radio interview was just so, out there, that they were forced, Les Echos was forced to withdraw the article in a hurry, and as I quote News Punch, within an hour of them publishing it.
Okay guys, that was it. That was just a section of a clip of the full video. If you remind me, if I forget, I'll happily give you the link to the full video that you can see the whole thing. And there is a part 2 of this video when she goes more in detail of the whole red leather shoe club thing, right? I don't know if this is true. I don't know how reputable that paper is. Having shoes and leather products made out of assault victims sounds insane, crazy, and unbelievable. However, why would Macaulay Culkin lie? Macaulay Culkin is rich as fuck. A lot of people think that because the way he presents himself, like he always looks like a homeless person, and it's a very like common theme from child stars to become broke when they get older because their parents fuck them over or their agents fuck them over. Macaulay Culkin is not that story. He is rich. He doesn't ever have to work again. His kids don't ever have to work again if he has kids. So getting money or trying to write a book to get money out of it or anything like that, that doesn't really seem like his MO. So what other reason does he have to do this? Like, Macaulay Culkin can go back to acting or do whatever he wants to do with his life, so why would he do this? Like, why would he say these things unless they had some truth to it or they were entirely true? And something that I've noticed throughout the years, when male stars or men or male child stars come out and allege kitty diddling in Hollywood, they always get very shoved under the rug. They don't really get a lot of headlines. No one listens to them. Like, if you look at the what is it, Corey Feldman? The Feldmans, the two brothers, like, one is sadly passed away, but the other one has literally talked time and time again about the kitty diddling in Hollywood. And not only does he sort of get quieted, he gets swept under the rug, he's been made into a joke. Like, people have made him to the butt of a joke for simply coming out going, listen to me guys, this happens, right? The star of, what was that one, the guy from Lord of the Rings, the main actor, the famous actor, Elijah Woods, was that his name? He's also come out and said, hey, there's kitty diddling going on in Hollywood, swept under the rug, nobody wants to talk about it, right? I believe Justin Bieber has also alleged that, and this was supposed to be the thing that pushed him towards religion, that he saw some disturbing things in Hollywood when it comes to children, and it really fucked him up. No one's talking about it, just swept under the rug. Even when the whole Me Too era thing was going on and the actor from Everybody Hates Chris came out and said, hey, this happened to me, people literally laughed at him, told him to shut up, and that he was taking voices away from women. It just seems like to me the only time anybody gets listened to are grown women who talk about the fact that they traded sex for a movie role, or they traded sexual favors to get an audition or to see an agent or something like that when they were grown, and they could have just walked away from that proposition. Not saying that the people who use the sex to trade things aren't scum. They are scum and they should be exposed. However, those women are like, oh, when I was 19, I was told to take off my top in front of an executive producer and I felt terrible, but I did get the movie role. It's like she's held up like a fucking hero, a national feminist of the world. But when these people are coming out talking about the kitty diddling that goes on in Hollywood, it's like completely ignored and no one really talks about it. Even when they are really big child sex trafficking rings that are busted, they don't make headline news. They're never like really out in the open. These things should be openly discussed. This should be big fucking news, but no one really talks about it. So that's why a lot of times I don't take a lot of these celebrities serious, because I, again, wasn't E-list actors. If I saw what I saw and I know what I know, I'm pretty sure a lot of people in Hollywood understand what's going on and they choose to keep their mouths shut. Again, everybody knew about Jeffrey Epstein. Everybody knew about Bill Cosby. Everybody knew about Roman Polanski. I can never say his last name. And not only did they keep their mouth shut, they supported him and still support him today. Some of the biggest Me Too movement women out there, like Meryl Streep, gave him a round of applause and said that he was unfairly ran out of Hollywood. So I don't take a lot of their concerns about assault or people using their power to victimize others seriously, when, again, where's the Jeffrey Epstein list? Where's all the whistleblowing going on? Where are all the other people talking about what's happening in Hollywood right now, and in Washington and in a lot of other areas of power, right? So anyway, that's that. Like I said, I don't know how reputable this radio station is. I don't know if this Red Shoe Club actually exists, if people are really making products out of kids, you know what I mean, and making belts and shoes out of them. He could have said that just to scare Macaulay Culkin. I don't know if any of that's true. I just don't understand why Macaulay Culkin would have a reason to lie about that, and because based on everything I know, all the stories I've heard, it just seems to reign true to me. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you think this story is true, if you think it's completely bunk, let me know in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell to get the notifications when I do upload. All of that really does help with the algorithm, guys. And if you'd like to support the channel even further, you can donate. My PayPal me link is in the description box below and also in the comment section. Of course, it helps, but you don't have to. You can just like, comment, and subscribe. Another great way to support this channel is either join my brand new membership program, different levels, different tiers, different perks, or you can visit my brand new merch shop. Links down below and links to all of the eternal platforms I'm on, my socials, including my Twitter, all the ways to support me and all the ways to contact me for business. It's always in the links down below. And if you like, you can super thanks. And I also have a second travel vlog channel. I travel as a lifestyle. I live abroad. If you'd like to know where I am in the world, you can go to the description box below and also in the comment section. Hit the link, go subscribe to my travel vlog channel, and do follow me on my travel Instagram. My stories is usually what's most up to date. And I also have my other channel, Speak Freely, links down below. And you guys have an amazing day. Bye.